Do you ever feel like your metabolism is slowing down? Like it's harder to lose weight and even harder to keep it off? This is especially true if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, when there's so many changes happening to your body, happening to your hormones. Well, what I want to do is bring back one of our best videos here on our channel and cover 10 research-proven ways to boost your metabolism. And this is so important if you want to be a fit father and fit mother. If you want to be healthy well into old age, be a great example for your kids, you need to start getting some of these routines and practices into your life to boost your metabolism. We're going to cover some specific foods that help with your metabolism. We're going to cover some habits with exercise and some other things you can do with water and cold exposure. A lot of great stuff. I know you're going to get tons of tips from this video, and I recommend that you take at least one or two of these, apply these into your life, and you will start seeing results. So we're going to hop to that video in just a second. And I just want to share this. I want to share some inspiring stories of our members inside our Fit Father and Fit Mother programs. These people are actually getting these tips into their lives with daily habits. This is exactly what we help people do. We've run over 60,000 families in over 100 countries through this program. So if you're looking for a way to get away from the information overload and actually take these habits and actually implement them into a routine that's sustainable for you, then consider joining our programs as well. There's going to be links below in the description as well as the pinned comments. Let's hop into today's video, cover these 10 metabolism boosting tips, and I'll see you in there, my friend. All right, so let's kick off number one of the research-proven ways to increase your metabolism. This one's that a lot of people know, but I think it's so foundational we have to start with it first, and that is to eat more protein. What the research shows is that when you have protein every single meal, and it makes up around 30% of your total daily calories, you get a great metabolic boost from that. And the reason is when you eat food, the food has calories. And protein is pretty unique, is that your body actually has to burn and use calories to metabolize the protein. In fact, your body uses and burns up to 30% of the calories that you eat in protein. So let's say you have 200 calories from a chicken breast, 30% of those calories are actually just burned up in the process of breaking down and metabolizing that protein. And this is a very good thing because you can eat food, your body's burning calories, and in addition, not just to the calorie lift, which is called the thermic effect of food, your protein actually also keeps you full. So you get a double whammy effect. You eat protein, your body burns more calories, and you stay full longer, meaning you're going to eat less food. So this is why in many of our meals we recommend at the Fit Father Project and Fit Mother Project, we love this idea of the perfect plate. You fill half of your plate with some kind of veggies you love, a quarter of your plate with some kind of great protein, and fill the other quarter of your plate with either some healthy carbs or healthy fats, depending on your preference. You do this, your meals are going to be around 500-600 calories. They'll keep you full, and you're obviously going to be burning calories because you're having protein and veggies in that meal. So number one, eat more protein. Number two is to actually drink more water, particularly if you want to actually really amplify your calorie burn, cold water. Because let's think about this. Number one, the body is around 70% water. We need it for high functioning. And I've been interviewing people inside our Fit Father and Fit Mother Project programs who've been incredibly successful over on our Fit Father podcast. And what we found is one of the biggest changes people make is they start drinking water first thing in the morning. It absolutely energizes the body. It's one of the things your body needs first in the morning is some water. We recommended 20 to 30 ounces at least in the morning. You can add some salt for some trace minerals. Very, very good. Now, if you actually have cold water, you get an additional metabolic boost because our bodies are always trying to regulate core temperature. And when you introduce something cold, the body has to use calories and energy to heat that up. So that's great. And there's actually a research study showing that they actually gave young children 10 milligrams per kg of body weight of cold water, and they found a 25% increase in their resting metabolism 40 minutes after consuming the cold water. So if you're someone who loves cold water, it can be great. Now there's also arguments for having room temperature water because it's easier for your body to access. You don't have to spend some energy heating up the water. But it depends on what your goals are. If your goals are losing weight, cold water could help you. But remember, this is a transient increase only for about 40 minutes after having cold water. But hey, maybe you start kicking off your day with some cold water in the morning. That might help increase your metabolic rate. That's what the research suggests. Next thing, and a lot of people know this, is to start doing high intensity workouts. So this is different than, let's just say, steady state cardio, where you might see people at the gym walking on the treadmill or doing the bike at a low, easy pace for 45 minutes. That exercise is good. It's great for your heart. You do burn some calories. But if you start doing high intensity exercise, where you have bursts of effort intermittent with some rest, so let's just say you can be doing sprints on the treadmill and then you rest for like a minute and a half at a lower pace and you do another sprint. That's one way to do it. Our preferred method inside our Fit Father and Fit Mother programs is doing a type of exercise called metabolic resistance training, MRT. And this is basically where we take some of the best strength training exercises, things like squats, shoulder press, rows, chest press, swings, and we combine them into a circuit. So you're doing exercises, then you're resting. Exercise, rest. And this is great because it gives you the high intensity calorie burn, plus you're gonna get some stimulation to your muscles because you're lifting weights. It's probably the most efficient way for people to exercise. So we absolutely love that. And if you want help getting an MRT workout, they're all over our Fit Father and Fit Mother Project channels. But what I really suggest is you scroll below in the description and you either get our free Fit Mom Jumpstart. If you're a woman in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, we'll give you our MRT workout plus our meal plan. And for guys, we have our free one-day meal plan and our free 24-minute workout, which is killer. 24 minutes, you can get a great metabolism boost. The key thing is to stop thinking about exercise as burning calories. Like how many calories did I burn during exercise? The key thing is to start thinking about exercise as a metabolic investment. If you sprinkle in these high intensity exercises 3 times per week, let's say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can get a metabolic boost up to 24 hours after a single session. So you're investing in your metabolism, you're pulsing smart exercise. High intensity exercise, absolutely key. And this leads me to number 4, is if you want to boost your metabolism, start lifting heavy things to build muscle. Because muscle is very energetically expensive. If you look at a gigantic bodybuilder, let's just say the guy's 250 pounds of pure muscle, that guy may need to eat 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day just to maintain weight. That's how energetically expensive muscle tissue is. And what's really cool is the more muscle you actually put on, the easier it is to keep the weight off. This is why we're huge proponents of combining the strength training and the cardio in those MRT workouts, because you get a muscle building benefit and the high intensity benefit all in one. But classical strength training, like you're doing a set, let's just say the set takes 30 seconds, you maybe do 8 to 12 reps of something, then you rest. As long as you're getting stronger, working on building muscle, fantastic for your metabolism, especially if you are on a diet. Because what they show is when you're actually eating a high protein diet and you're lifting heavy things as you're trying to lose weight, you maintain more muscle. So you're not just losing fat and losing muscle, you're losing fat and maintaining muscle, so lift heavy things. Next on our list is to get great sleep. This is absolutely one of the most overlooked aspects of health and longevity in general. Our bodies need sleep. And here's what happens. When we miss sleep, a couple of metabolic changes happen in the body that's absolutely damaging. Number 1, your body becomes insulin resistant. And insulin is this super important hormone that once we eat carbohydrates or some proteins, we have an organ called the pancreas that releases insulin. Insulin helps clear out that blood sugar and some of those amino acids from the bloodstream and gets them into the cells, into the muscles, into the metabolically active tissues. So insulin is vital for life, but the problem is if we're insulin resistant, insulin floats around for a long time and prevents fat burning. So when you miss sleep, you're insulin resistant. Your blood sugars are higher, and it actually makes you hungrier by increasing this hunger hormone called ghrelin and actually decreases a hormone called leptin that increases your metabolic rate and keeps you full. So when you miss sleep, your metabolism's all jacked up, you're more hungry, and you're less full. That is a recipe for disaster. So the converse, when we get great sleep, your metabolism functions so much better. And this is why in our programs, our Fit Father and Fit Mother programs, one of the first things we help people do is fix their sleep. When you get quality sleep, your metabolism functions better, you're gonna do a lot better with your weight loss and your overall health goals. Next on our list is to drink green tea. Green tea is a uniquely good drink when it comes to losing weight and losing fat. Green tea has a little bit of caffeine, and research shows that some green tea and oolong tea can increase your metabolic rate by 4 to 5%. And that's okay. That's a nice little benefit, and it's probably driven mostly by the caffeine. But what I actually think is super cool is some of the special compounds in green tea. These catechins, like EGCG, actually increase fat burning. So they actually help release fat from your cells, so your body can burn those fats up and use it for the daily activity that you're doing, so you can actually lose more fat. Green tea helps fat burning, gives you a slight boost in your metabolism. But if you really want to rev up your metabolism, then coffee is your friend. So this is next on the list. Drink coffee if you want to have a higher metabolic rate. In fact, they show that caffeine in coffee can boost your metabolism by up to 11%. That's a high number. So let's just say you burn on average around 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day. That could be an extra 200 calories. And if we stack that up over the course of a year, that can be very great. What I found was very interesting from the research is that actually this metabolic boosting effect of coffee works better in lean people than people who are overweight. The lean people got a 29% increase in fat burning, I should say in your metabolic rate, but only 10% for obese women. This is fat burning. I want to make sure I read this. In one study, coffee increased fat burning by 29% for lean women, but only 10% for obese women. So it seems to have a good effect. But I think if you're looking to lose weight and coffee is a part of your life, then I recommend you do continue with that. Just don't throw the crap in your coffee. So instead of throwing a lot of sugars and a lot of creamers and stuff like that, maybe you try something like stevia. Maybe you do a splash of some almond milk. Maybe you put some protein powder. So we have a Fit Father and Fit Mother Super Fuel protein, and one of the things our members do is they spike their coffee with a little bit of protein. Absolutely phenomenal. Tastes great. You get the benefit of a high protein diet, plus you get the benefit of the caffeine increasing your metabolic rate inside the coffee. So that's great. Drink coffee. Another thing that's helpful is to get some things in your diet called MCTs. These are medium chain triglycerides. Now, without getting too complex into the biochemistry, there are many different kinds of fats we can eat. Triglyceride meaning a type of fat. And there's these special kinds of fats called MCTs. They're not long fats, they're not short fats, they're medium chain triglycerides. What I think is fascinating is these MCTs are actually really concentrated in breast milk. And what we do is as kids, when we get these MCTs, they provide our bodies with a ton of energy, and our body uniquely likes to use MCTs for fat burning. It can help fuel the brain, your body can make ketone bodies from MCTs, a lot of great things happen. And what the studies actually show is that MCTs increase your metabolism more than long fats. So long fats might be found, let's just say, in some kind of animal meat or butter. MCTs are often derived from coconut oil is one place you can get them, or you can get some straight MCT oil. This is why a lot of people who do like their coffee in the morning often throw some MCT oil, maybe like a tablespoon, inside your coffee to get a little extra energy. And in one study, researchers found that MCTs increase metabolism by 12% compared to long-chain fats would increase it by 4%. So MCTs can be good. And this is a lot of the thought process behind people who enjoy bulletproof coffee, where they take some high-quality coffee, they throw some MCTs, and often a little bit of butter in there. And here's what I'll say about this. If you really want to lose weight and lose fat, calories do matter. And so if you're throwing in a bunch of extra calories, let's just say 300-400 calories of fat in your coffee, that's not necessarily going to support your weight loss efforts unless that coffee plus the fat is replacing a meal. And maybe you're using it for some intermittent fasting. What I would personally do if I was looking to lose weight is do some black coffee. And if I wanted a little bit of extra stuff, I might throw maybe a tablespoon of MCT oil, maybe a little bit of protein in there. That could be a good recipe. And again, if you do check out some of our protein powders like our Fit Father and Fit Mother Super Fuel, we give you a shake recipes guide that actually shows you the exact recipe on how to make a protein spike coffee along with other great protein shakes, which can be helpful for your weight loss. Next thing on the list is actually really interesting. It's to fidget more. Fidgeting, like you see the people who are sitting there twitching their leg or they're doing stuff like this. There are some people who genetically are just more prone to fidgeting than others. And this is really amazing because fidgeting burns a lot of calories. You wouldn't think it does, but over the course of a day, fidgeting can burn anywhere from 100 to 800 extra calories. And so I'll read the study actually. What researchers did is they actually measured the energy expenditure, the amount of calories burned from 16 people while they either sat down, basically not doing anything, they used a standing desk, or they used an under-desk chair where they could move their legs and fidget. And what they found is chairs and devices that promoted fidgeting can increase energy expenditure by 20 to 30% without increasing heart rate. And dynamic sitting may be upon one of the great options to help people move more while at work. I think it's really cool. If you can fidget more, you can burn more calories. This is called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which basically means you're moving, you're burning more calories. The final thing on our list that is really great is to use cold. Cold exposure is your friend if you want a better metabolism. And it's really interesting. As I said in the beginning when we were talking about the cold water, our body's goal primarily is to maintain homeostasis. And this means balance in the system. And one of the biggest things we need to maintain homeostasis with is our core temperature. Your body's always trying to maintain core temperature. So if you've ever gone outside and it's very cold and you didn't have enough clothing, one of the first things your body does, you start to shiver. Shivering is like fidgeting. Your muscles are doing these micro contractions, and what they're doing is they're burning fat, they're burning carbohydrates to produce heat to maintain core temperature. So when we take a cold shower or we maybe go on a cold plunge, our body is going to get this shivering response. We can burn more calories. But cold is cooler than just burning calories from shivering. What it also does is activates a special kind of fat that we have in our bodies called brown fat. Now we have white fat, which might be the adipose tissue you can pinch maybe around your abdomen. And this kind of fat has many functions, but it primarily stores calories in the form of those free fatty acids. Brown fat is different. It is brown because it's packed loaded with mitochondria, these cellular powerhouses that do all this metabolism for us and produce energy. And what happens is when we get cold exposure, our body can actually produce more brown fat and make brown fat more active by increasing these brown fat enzymes that burn more calories. This is why cold can absolutely be your friend if you're looking to lose weight and increase your metabolism. A simple way to do it is to take a cold shower. So maybe you do your regular shower, you're on hot, and at the end of your shower for 1 to 2 minutes, you might go on cold. It's an easy way to start. Or you can get to the point of taking some ice plunges and ice baths. There's also great benefits to that. And the final bonus I wanted to say, that's not necessarily increasing your metabolic rate per se, but is really good for your metabolic health, is to start taking walks after you eat a big meal. What the research shows is after we eat a meal, let's say it does contain some carbohydrates, our blood sugar levels start to rise. And when we actually walk after a meal, what happens is our body can actually take that blood sugar and take that normal spike that we experience and actually shuttle some of that sugar into our muscles, into our legs as we're walking. And this helps stabilize your blood sugar, improves digestion, improves circulation, and smooths out that blood sugar and insulin response. So although that's not classically increasing your metabolism like caffeine per se, it is improving your metabolic health, which I think is a really good thing. Overall, these are great strategies, great little tidbits, and I do hope that you take one or two of these things and you start applying it into your life. But the bigger picture here is you need to develop a lifestyle, a daily rhythm every single day where you're getting these things into your body, right? You're getting the right things in the morning with the good nutrition. You're getting enough sleep. You're having enough water. You're doing things like the cold exposure. You need to develop the rhythms and the habits. Otherwise, this stuff is just information. And let's face it, information without action does jack shit for your health. If you want help with this stuff though, I recommend you check the links below. You scroll below in the description. You look at the comments below. You can join our Fit Father and Fit Mother programs. We're going to help you dial in a simple, sustainable, and powerful routine with your health and fitness, with your nutrition, your sleep, your mindset, your exercise, and all these other things like drinking the green tea that can help improve your health and your metabolism. Hope you found this valuable, my friend. If you enjoyed this stuff, make sure you subscribe to our Fit Father and Fit Mother Project YouTube channels. We literally have, I think, almost 500 plus videos across our channels, maybe even more than that, on topics like how to increase your metabolism, how to build muscle in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, exercise tutorials, how to get and stay motivated, everything you need to get and stay healthy for yourself and your family. We're the Fit Father Project and Fit Mother Project. This is what we do. Thanks for being here, my friend. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button if you found this valuable. Comment below if you use some of these things and you found great health benefits in your life. And if you want help with this stuff, our links to our programs and our free resources are in the description. I'll see you around the channel, my friend, and we'll talk to you very soon.